afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right. I said if you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
Welcome back, farm fans, to the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. This is a huge project. So all around us is a 150-acre first generation farm project. And what we've got going here, this is the future barn dominium home and shop building called the Mega Shop. I call it the Mega Shop. And this is the outdoor kitchen. Well, what I found was, first of all, a few days ago, I needed to get some dirt. I had a line on some free dirt, so I fixed all of this up so it would roll nice and smooth. It used to drop steeply off right here, so we probably have about 40 loads of dirt that we brought in right here. There are spikes that you see, or stakes that you see in the ground right there, and those mark the drains that come off the shop and the sewer drain. I've got to put a septic system in this building. The government told me, Josh, the land that you cleared here is no good. The land 3 feet away, yeah, that's where you need to put it. So what I've had to do is come in here and tear out some trees. And a lot of you guys probably follow the channel. If you saw the video, I'll post a link to it at the end of this video so you'll know exactly what went on. They came out, they did the perk test, and where I cleared the land for the perk test to be done, they said, oh, this has been disturbed. Well, that's what I was supposed to do. Quite frustrating. So what I'm having to do here is take out about 30 trees that I really didn't want to take out. And these are big, nice, pretty mature hardwoods. These are oaks, white oaks, red oaks, maples, gum trees, all sorts of stuff. And then there's a pine grove back in here behind us. So we've got to get on this excavator. And what we're doing today is just plugging our way through. My goal, I'm taking out all these trees right here. All of them, so we can see way out onto the farm, out into the cow pasture, and we can check out the cows. It's all about having a beautiful view and a park-like setting at your farm, at your property. That's cow pasture, that's potentially lawn and garden, and we're gonna get busy. This is a big machine, guys, and you guys are gonna love the progress we make today. First thing we gotta do is navigate our way through this disaster. Look at this. This is what I plugged my way through yesterday. And you'll get some footage of that. You probably already saw a little bit of footage of that. This is a very, very rocky farm, okay? All of these rocks that you're seeing right here will probably be pushed down into this valley, and I'll probably have to take some fill dirt and cover that up. Now, what you can see here, this is the result of what it looks like when I first get done. This is before we finish anything. It's really, really rough. And when you pull out stumps, it leaves holes, guys. So we got to work up all this. And there are various piles of stones all over everywhere. And the reason there are piles of stones everywhere is this is where the old-time farmers piled up their rocks. So they picked up stones out of the field probably for the last 150 years, and now I'm disturbing them. Now, down in here, this is where we're going to be moving material. So the first part we're going to do here is get all this material you see here down into that open area that you can see. We're going to also move this material down into that open area, and we're going to start plugging away at trees in that section of woods that's right behind the John Deere 210 right there. So let's get on up in the loader and get things done here. This is how you run this machine, in case you don't know. First, you need water. Second, you got to step right there to get up there, to get up here, or you got to just kind of manhandle it, put your foot up here, and just jump up. Hard to do without both hands. There we go. Now we're up here in the machine, and gosh, did I leave the accessory on? Yes, I did. Whew, got lucky there. Evidently yesterday I was in a big hurry and I left the accessory on. Good thing I didn't kill the battery. One thing about this, and we'll just show you how it all works here in just a second. These handles right here move the machine forward and backward. You have to have this locked down in order for it to work, okay? So now everything's actuated. This handle lifts our bucket towards us. This raises our bucket up, okay? These move the machine. They move the tracks, okay? The first thing we got to do, first order of business, is get all this debris over here and out of the way. That is quite the daunting task, and you'll see me breaking up stuff. What I have to do is grab it with the bucket, twist it a little bit, break some things up. And we've got rocks in here that probably weigh as much as a car, so we got to get those out of there and chuck them down the hill too. It's a bit of a challenge. It is hot today. It's been unseasonably warm here in North Carolina, so I will be running the air conditioning as soon as I can. Let's see if I can rotate this thing around where the door will close. There we go. Gravity was not my friend. What you got going there, buddy? Oh, there we go. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel today. I really appreciate you being here. This is a fun project. This is a fun day here on the farm. I'm super excited to be able to open up a portion of the woods right here for pasture land and open up a portion of the woods so that I can see for miles and miles. And way out in the distance is the Blue Ridge, okay? And we can see up into Virginia. So that's Floyd, Virginia. That's up on the Blue Ridge Parkway area. Beautiful, beautiful view. You just can't see it with these trees in the way, and I could see it all winter long. So what we're gonna do is pluck out probably about 1.5 acres of trees right here. It's not something that's really, I guess, deforestation so much as taking back land that used to be cropland. All of the land right here used to be tobacco farm, and it got abandoned about 20 to 30 years ago, and that's what you're seeing is 20 or 30 years of growth after abandonment. We will be leaving some select trees, some beautiful maples and poplars, so that we have a beautiful view and we have some beautiful trees to look at. So let's just get through here, plug through, pluck out all this stuff. And guys, be sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video in the series when we get the loader out. Frank, my buddy that runs the loader, is going to come out here and push all this stuff down in the woods. We'll probably have a great big fire and get it all burned up and get this place squared away. Beautiful, like it should be. So you can see here what I'm doing. I'm just taking the bucket and I'm pushing the trees over. When I push them over, I grab them with the grapple on the bucket or the thumb, and I pick them up and I slam them down, and pick them up and I slam them down a couple times. And the reason that I'm doing that is to get all of the dirt and topsoil off of that root ball, because we all know that dirt doesn't burn, and eventually we're going to burn this brush pile down here because we have a pond project planned for the next 5 years or so down in this valley beside where I'm working. You know, guys, I really don't like tearing out these trees. However, this is the kind of thing, sorry I'm talking and working here, this is the kind of thing that just has to be done in order to beautify your property. I know I get a lot of flack from people not wanting any trees cut ever, and you just can't manage a property like this without cutting trees and clearing land like this. You just, we can't raise cattle in the woods, is the basic gist of it. And also, it's not like we're over here building a Costco. This is my home, this is my forever home, and a lot of folks don't understand, you know, where your house is if you live in suburbia, and there's nothing wrong with that, even if you live in a trailer park. You know, I lived in trailer parks for years. There's nothing wrong with that. The fact is that we're bettering the land, and when we get done here, we'll go in and we'll plant select trees, and they'll be basically edible landscapes. So what I like to plant on the farm is typically an edible landscape, something that's good for wildlife, deer, squirrels, anything and everything. So it's not like we're just deforesting the whole world here. We're making cow pasture, and this is my forever home. So I'm not building a Costco parking lot, building my dream. And just so you guys know, grassland sequesters carbon and produces more oxygen than forest land, okay? And we're not talking about the rainforest here. We're talking about forest, like what I'm clearing right now. So it's important to know that. What a mess. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, it's like a war zone down here. Guys, the whole goal here today was to get as many trees down as I could, and the DEF fluid light came on the excavator, so I had to shut it down. I've got about 10 more trees to go right here, but we're gonna have to save that for part 3 when my buddy Frank comes down here, and he's got a Caterpillar 953, and what he's gonna do is start a clean sweep and just sweep all this up, level it out as best he can, and then we're gonna take the skid steer and fix it up. So stay tuned for part 3. This went absolutely fantastic. You're gonna get a shot of the view here at the end of the video from the outdoor kitchen and from where the front porch is gonna be, or the back porch is gonna be on the mega shop. Awesome, guys. What a day, what a fun time. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you back here with me on the Stoney Ridge Farm. I gotta go move the cows before the sun goes down. We'll see you guys next time. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
My butt hurts. That was quite the ride. My pants are falling off.